Will you save the Swifts?
Yes! Oh, thanks everybody. I think this calls for another screaming frenzy!
No, not again!
What, you like worst case scenario?
Look, I'm the fastest bird in level flight.
It's lovely.
Okay.
No, okay, but then, I don't know. Before we started the project, I've probably seen swifts but don't know their name, maybe can't tell them apart from swallows, and don't know that they're endangered, don't know how dire the situation is, don't know that there's anything that they can do to help. And it was just so important to get the information out while we still can. So I'm Fenn and my role was co-writer, and I made all the puppets and performed. Deb got in touch with me and she was looking for a puppeteer because she wanted to do a project about swifts, and she had found this really interesting piece of information that marionetting is a red listed craft, so it's like endangered, and so are swifts. So she thought, what a perfect combination of storytelling using this art form about this kind of bird, which is a red listed bird.
So my name's Deb Pittman, and I had the idea to try and tell the story of swifts through puppetry.
Whoa, 69 miles an hour, that is fast!
Yep, pretty speedy.
So she went to the bookshop to find some books about puppets, and Adam said, oh, we normally save them all because we know someone who is really into puppets and we save the books for them. And that was me. And me and Deb, I think it was like the 2nd of January, it was the day after New Year. And we went for coffee and breakfast and had a big chat about it all. And we were just like clicked straight away. We were so both really, really passionate about our own perspective.
When a baby swift hatches.
Certain aspects of puppetry are also endangered, and we need to keep it alive by showing it to younger generations. Yeah, this is a free show. Maybe free shows, maybe very affordable shows to young people, and get them into puppetry.
Hello!
It was a combination between teaching people about swifts. A lot of people had seen them but didn't really know how to recognise them or their behaviour, or even that they were endangered and what they could do to help. So it was a perfect opportunity to spread some information about swifts and then also introduce people to this art form that maybe they'd not experienced before. So we made little paper birds, we were very keen on making the workshops really accessible, and I really hope they went away from it wanting to learn more about puppetry and about swifts as well.
Yeah, it was important to tell the story because not many people, including me, knew much about swifts. Being part of a collective really made it a lot of fun. Sort of eased up a lot of any tension or worries I'd have about performing because they were with my friends. It was with my friends. So yeah, we just had a laugh a lot of the time. It was really chill. And then when I was up there on the stage, I wasn't thinking about the hordes of children and families watching me. I was just thinking about the times we practiced here.
Yeah, it looked like it's facing you also. Then maybe we should both be on this side.
I will have learned how to play that. Welcome to Norfolk Square for Derbyshire Makes Festival. We've made a puppet show about the bird the swift.
Yeah, so we started just loads and loads of writing, loads of researching, gathering information. I think that was the bulk of the work was research and writing. and finding people who were interested and free and kind of right for the job. I was just dead lucky that it was just my friends. It was just like my mates were just like dead up for it and dead keen. And then obviously making the puppets, which was my favourite bit. It was great. I loved it, obviously.
The puppet show was performed as part of Derbyshire Makes, which is a county-wide creativity endeavour that's going to roll over 3 years. I wanted to tell the story in a way that could appeal to younger people. There's a lot of people that are active in bird conservation tend to be older, and there's a lifetime of joy to be had from knowing what a swift is and the whole miracle of their lives.
As I introduce you to the cat and the swift.
The play was about a cat that met a swift, a young swift, and the swift tells the cat all about life as a swift, all of these swift facts.
Really, I'm getting it everywhere.
It just does that.
So you have to like.
You have to cook it round, yeah.
We had two main characters in the play, the story between the swift and the cat. And Oak, who puppeteered the swift, can't be here tonight. He threw himself into it wholeheartedly and was an absolute gelling agent for the whole team. Took it absolutely professionally and delivered a fantastic job. And yeah, we're very, very grateful.
It's a dichotomy between a very lazy cat who thinks being a house cat is the best and wants to just talk about all the good things about being lazy and being fed and petted and pampered, and the swift that comes home for the spring, as they do, arrives in this house and the cat is like, "What are you doing in my house? Who are you?" And the cat just doesn't care. And the more the swift tells the cat about the amazing things that swifts can do, the more the cat cares about it. And in the end, the cat is kind of like, okay, well, what can we do then to stop you from all dying out?
Will you help the swifts?
Oh, thanks everybody.
And the reason why that was a powerful story to tell in Glossop was because as part of my work surveying swifts around the High Peak, last summer we found a swift colony in Old Glossop that nobody really knew was there. And the whole mantra with surveying swifts is you need to know where they are to protect them.
And that is our show.
It was so awesome. It was so awesome. It was just like so much dedication. We're going to get swift boxes installed in our house. Every year I'm going to be waiting for them.
And
Swifts.
A swift.
swifts.
Are those swifts?
Yeah, they're swifts.
Girl! You should recognise them.
They can help the swifts by understanding that they are cavity urban nesting birds. So tidying up roof lines, be mindful, know if you've got swifts, and then know if your neighbours have got swifts. If they're getting work done, you can say, right, now's the time to think about how you care for the swift. And, you know, don't let your council spray weed killer everywhere, keep the air full of insects, give them plenty to eat, fresh water, and then just, they will entertain you. I can tell you lots of information about swifts. They are miracles of the air. They're maestros of flight. They've got two foveas, so they see forwards, they see sideways. They do everything on the wing. The only time they land is when they're raising their young. They weigh the same as a Cadbury's cream egg. They've got a wingspan of 42 centimetres. So the more I can promote and help people make interventions themselves, I'll do it.